close your throat and try to breathe hard against it.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby!
What's up, guys? I'm Josh and I Lift Things, and I'm here to talk about the Valsalva maneuver and why you're leaving pounds off the bar. Too long didn't watch? Take a big deep breath, expanding your stomach in all 360 degrees around you, clench down like someone's gonna punch you in the gut, and try to breathe against a closed throat. I'm sure you've heard about bracing and how you should take a big deep breath before you lift something heavy. This is mostly true, but it's a bit of a simplification. And you know me, I like to overcomplicate things. This alone, if you've never done it, will add tons of weight to every single movement that you do. A lot of the brace is something that we do just naturally. If you think about any time you've had to help a buddy move, I guarantee you before you picked up that couch, you took a big deep breath. But going into more detail or explaining why it works could be useful. So, why do you want to brace in the first place? Well, mainly for safety and efficiency. When you brace properly, you're creating what is known as intra-abdominal pressure. Think about it. You're increasing pressure inside your abdominals. Your abdominal. Fuck. Basically what this means is you're making your trunk more stiff, or you're increasing pressure in your core. This is useful for safety because think about if you were doing a very heavy squat and you had a loosey-goosey midsection. You would collapse underneath the weight, or your spine would move in a bunch of fucking random directions. None of that is safe. Think about your core. It is a combination of very sensitive spine and very squishy organ. Imagine you had a wooden rod like a dowel standing up on a table, and then you had a rubber band that was somehow magically standing up. Forget it. Which one would be easier to push down from the top? The rubber band or the wooden dowel? Obviously, the less stiff rubber band would fold first. This isn't great. Imagine if you were the rubber band with 315 pounds on your back. That's a one-way ticket to Snap fucking City. It's useful for efficiency for very much the same reason. If your back were the rubber band, all of the force generated by your legs would be wasted. It'd be pushing in a bunch of random directions. Conversely, if you were nice and tight, you'd more efficiently be able to transfer the energy and force being produced by your legs into the bar, lifting the weight. So that is why you brace. Let's now focus on the how. The entire goal is to create a more safe and efficient lift by creating intra-abdominal pressure. So you should take a very deep breath, you should expand your stomach in all 360 degrees around you, and then you should clench down like someone's going to punch you in the gut. The reason I say the gut portion is because if you think about it, if someone were to punch you in the gut, you would just subconsciously tighten up. This is something we can all imagine even if we haven't been punched in the gut. The pressure you're creating is from the extra volume of air that you inhaled in your core. Expanding your stomach in all directions will really help you fill up every last nook and cranny that you possibly can. I often like to cue this with people that have issues with it by saying imagine your gut as a pitcher of water. If you were to fill up a pitcher, it would fill up with water from the bottom up because, you know, fucking gravity. So as you take your deep breath, imagine your gut as the pitcher and the air you're inhaling as the water filling up said pitcher. Expand fully in all directions around you from the bottom up. Then imagine Rocky Balboa is about to fuck your shit up and punch you right in the stomach. This is what creates the pressure. You are clenching down on an expanded volume of space. So that is just bracing. That is not the Valsalva maneuver. The Valsalva maneuver essentially equalizes the pressure throughout your entire trunk. What you want to do is you want to close your glottis. It says in the script to show a picture here so you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And try to exhale against it. You can practice this just sitting right there. Close your throat and try to breathe hard against it. Now, where or when you would do this is going to be different for each and every lift. For instance, on squats, you should get a good brace before you even take the bar off the rack. You would re-brace if need be, perform the squat, and typically the recommendation is to let the breath out after the sticking point on the way up. The sticking point is going to be a little bit different for everyone based on limb lengths and leverages, but for the most part, when your knees get back up to 45 degrees above parallel, you are past the sticking point. This is when it would be safe to let go of your breath, and then you would re-brace at the top of every single lift. Now, maybe you want to get 2 reps in while doing it or whatever. I kind of recommend doing it in between every single rep, but to each their own. Just don't pass the fuck out. This is true for most lifts. Get a nice solid brace going, complete your rep, and after you are past the sticking point on the way back up, let go, exhale, and re-brace. A big part of learning a proper movement or proper form is learning how to brace with weight on you, and then how to keep that brace throughout the entirety of the lift. To give another example, for bench this time, you would do your setup, get nice and tight, brace, lift the bar off of the rack, complete your rep, and on the sticking point, on the way back up, you would exhale and re-brace with the weight at the top. Now, one last thing to touch on, belts. A lot of people think that when you're wearing a belt, it somehow changes the brace, or that you should just push out actively against the belt and that's it. If that's what you do, you're completely removing any intra-abdominal pressure. You are just asking for injury when you do this. When using a belt, the brace and Valsalva do not change whatsoever. It is the same procedure, just now you have a belt supporting you. If you follow these steps and you learn how to do this well, you will instantly add pounds to the bar, no matter what movement you're doing it on. And guys, that's the video. If you like this style of content, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if I forgot anything, you're gonna tell me why I'm a fucking idiot, leave a comment down below. It also helps out and I respond to every single one of them. If you really like this style of content, you can follow all of these socials down below. All the links will be in the description. I post exercise content there twice a day, every single day. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.